Buddhi Pradam Sharadam. Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, students.
Good morning, sir.
An excellent academician, Dr. Kodey Prabha Devi, Madam, she is kind enough to come to our Vidyalaya and to educate we all, and also being a successful doctor, she is ready to give certain suggestions to all of us. Madam, we are really thankful to you for arriving here and for spending your valuable time. Mr. She did her MBBS and MD from Andhra Medical College, and she is the first rank holder in first MSET examination. You must be knowing, no? Engineering, Agricultural and Medical Common Entrance Test, which is conducted by Andhra Pradesh State Government. And she was the first ranker for the first batch MSET. And she was the recipient of National Merit Scholarship during her student tenure. She worked as Assistant Professor, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of Obstetrics and Gynecology in Siddhartha Medical College, we call now NTR Health University, Vijayawada, from 1983 to 2011, and finally she got retired from there as from SMC as a principal. After her retirement, her services were utilized by NRI Medical University. It's a deemed university, NRI College we call it. She worked as a professor and head of the department for 12 years. She was awarded the best lady teacher by the students of SMC. And she has been awarded the Bold Doctor by Dr. Y.S. Rajshekhar Reddy, the then Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh in 2007, for the work done on HIV/AIDS. She has been awarded Best Doctor by Club of Vijayawada Rotarian 2007. She has received Pradhan Mantri Surakshit Mantritva Abhiyan 2018. She worked as a team leader for 9 years for prevention of HIV/AIDS at SMC. And she had conducted almost 1500 programs on vaccination and HIV/AIDS. She has conducted 40 workshops. She has conducted number of school programs on recently spread vaccination awareness programs and on HIV/AIDS also, preventive steps. And she has received the appreciation from the District Collector Krishna and the Lions Club, the Siddhartha Mahila Kalasala, Vijayawada, and a Vijayawada Exhibition Society, etc. for the work done. And she has been currently working and running a nursing home with her husband. From the core of the heart, on behalf of the students, staff and principal, I once again welcome Madam to our campus. I know very well you are sitting in the hot sun without wasting the time. I now request Dr. Madam to address us all.
Very, very good morning to all of you. I am very happy to come over to your Kendriya Vijayawada, and I congratulate Principal your Krishna Garu for having given me this opportunity. So by seeing your school, I am very much impressed. Nowadays I am not seeing this much ground, this much sanitation, hygiene and uniform discipline and all. So thank you, and I have come to the level of my school. Thank you. And having seen this assembly and having displayed Saraswati, so which is very important goddess for our people to give good education. So I hope you know Saraswati Madam, Saraswati Garu is a god for giving our education. So once we are educated very much, definitely automatically Lakshmi comes. So we should not bother about Lakshmi. Dabbulu Dhanam. So once we have good education, education cannot be stolen. It is kept in the brain. So it is very knowledge that we can have, and with knowledge we can earn anything good, not bad. Okay? So I hope all people you are here between 6th class and 10th class. And boys are there, girls are there. And good uniform you are maintaining. Saw told like Shivaji.
Houses.
So
four houses.
Shivaji houses, beautiful uniform, green, yellow, red, blue, all. So anyway you are, I hope you are looking like very good hygienically placed, very disciplined placed, and you are looking like good nutritionally balanced. So I want to tell first the more important thing is nutrition. I hope you know what do you mean by nutrition, no? Nutrition is సమపాలనలో మనం తీసుకునే ఆహారం. మన మార్నింగ్ నుంచి నైట్ వరకు ఏం ఆహారం తీసుకుంటాం అనేది మన పేరెంట్స్ ద్వారా we take food. But sometimes we are fond of junk foods. Definitely children, you are fond of junk foods and wants to take some pizza outside. So something like, but you can take, but not much. More important is household food, and it is nutritional food, and it should contain proteins, and more important, growth in your adolescence. First of all, I want to tell you are all belong to adolescent group. Adolescent means the age between 10 to 19 years. 10 to 19 years you call adolescent group. Telugulo we say like Kaumar Dasa. You know, Kaumar Dasa. అంటే ఈ adolescent people మన మొత్తం వరల్డ్ మీద మొత్తం 1.3 బిలియన్స్ ఉన్నారు. అంటే మొత్తం పాపులేషన్లో 60% మీరు అంటే ఏంటి 10 to 19 years group people. అదే ఇఫ్ we take in India, our country, so 21% you belong to adolescent group. అంటే 1/5 పాపులేషన్ మనకి మీ గ్రూప్లో ఉన్నారు 10 to 19 years. Adolescent, why we are giving so much importance? This is because you are future generation. You are future foundations for the nation. Just now the person who has told, I love my country India. I am proud of India. I am proud of Indian citizens. So you are Indian citizens. So you are future citizens. So adolescent age group, why we are giving importance, even nation has given importance for the nutrition, hygiene, good habits and all to learn. Why? Because you know the growth is there. Suddenly 1 year after we can't remember you. Sometimes you grow longer, you put little weight. So ladies show a lot of changes. So that's why it is called adolescent is very very important. If you take good nutritional food during adolescence, that will be your good health in your adult period. Who is adult? After 20 years. Once the fellow is mature, the person is mature, we call adult. Now you are all young people between childhood and real adult. So there is lot of physical, mental and psychological changes you get during this period. Sometimes some grow longer, some grow lot of weight, some are lean. So lot of psychological changes are there. So all these are physiological. Physiological is common. One person may be having little weight more, little weight less. All these dependent on whatever nutrition you take. So that's why nutrition is very very important in this period for your physical growth. So sometimes people are taking more and more junk foods, thereby putting lot of weight. That is also not good. Same time people are taking less and less That is because poor nutritional status, in low socio-economic status, because of lack of good food. That is also not good. So we have to emphasize optimum nutritional food from the beginning of breakfast to night food. Timely food is also very, very important. The food should contain sufficient amount of carbohydrate, protein, fat, and minerals, vitamins, water. The more important is water. For example, during summer, luckily I am seeing so many bottles you are having by the side. So the water you must consume at least 2 liters per day. That is very, very important for making your balance of water, and it prevents dehydration. Especially in summer, sitting like this, you should have more water. So these are all very, very important. And again, one more thing is sometimes you have to go for washroom, for passing urine and all. And the toilet is also very important. It is very important for the schools to maintain good hygienically washrooms. Very, very important. Especially I am observing so many complaints from the girl students. They cannot go to washroom to empty their bladder just because of lack of hygienically placed washrooms. No water supply. But I am seeing very good hygiene here, and definitely I can say even washrooms also very up to mark. So you have to utilize your washrooms and you go properly to the washroom, thereby you empty the bladder. Otherwise you may get urinary tract infections. That means urine పోసుకుంటే infections వచ్చే అవకాశాలు ఉంటాయి. So you try to empty the bladder, you try to maintain hygienically all these things, wash your private parts after or going to washroom, and drink plenty of water. Wash your hands, very important, after going to washroom, and even before taking food you wash your hands. And even in schools, while taking food, dining halls, you maintain clean. And whenever you pour something on the floor, you have to clean yourself, or you tell your ayahs to clean, wipe off. All these are very, very, very important. And throw the garbage, whatever waste material, into the dustbin properly, so that you can avoid flies to put it on the thrown particles. So all these are very, very important. Coming to hygiene and nutrition. So nutrition very important. Very important, homely cooked food is very important to have. So unnecessarily you don't take junk foods, ice creams, bakery foods and all. So that is coming to nutrition. And coming to, so I am very happy to see all people you are sitting exposing to sunlight. That to morning sunlight, 15 minutes to half an hour, very, very important to have vitamin D. You know vitamin D, nowadays people are spending more in AC rooms from morning to evening. Nobody is getting exposed. So thereby they are lacking the so important vitamin D. D is important for bone strength. The more bone strength, bone density, Sandrata antaru kada Telugulo, bone density is more by the age of 20. Provided you get exposed from age 10 to 20, that vitamin D is more in your body. So your bones will be strong, and you will not be prone for something like even falling down, you don't sustain injuries. So by the time we become 60-year-old, our bone will be very weak and very easily we get fractures. So thereby your strength of bone is dependent on your exercise, your food, your sunlight exposure during this period of 10 to 19 years. That is adolescent period. So adolescent period is very, very important. I told you, physical growth. The growth spurt it takes place. Coming to mental. Mental means how emotionally you are. Sometimes you feel once you are growing more and more, you take your own decisions. And after your mother, you may listen to your parents, but next to your parents, the more important people are your teachers. So your mental stability is being maintained by your teachers. So for example, a teacher is good and giving a lot of mental support to you. I always feel like I will be like that. So role model, that means teachers, if they are role models to bring the level of mental stability of the students, definitely they follow, and you follow your teachers and make them a role model. So that is very, very important. And coming to so many people in adolescent age group, there is discipline, no doubt. But some people, they will have lot of bad peer effect. Peer means friends. If you make friendship with bad people, definitely you learn bad habits. If you learn good things from your peer group, it is very good. So what are the bad habits? Sometimes people they have, sometimes violence. So, and you may go sometimes on road, sometimes not following traffic rules and all. Sometimes you are not the people to run bikes and all, for example, but maybe a little more age group. But still, you may run cycles and all. But you have to follow traffic rules. So don't override and unnecessarily don't get injured. And violence is very, we are seeing in TVs now. Sometimes so much of violence among student people and making sometimes homicide, that means taking murders and committing suicides. All these things why it is happening means because of lack of mental support. You have to get mental support from your parents and as well from teachers. That is very, very, very important. So even there are people who will maintain sometimes up to mark your education or sometimes below up to mark. You don't feel inferior. So you try to strive by getting knowledge from your peer group, from your parents, from your teachers. Sometimes people they may be little under mark. So you can get a little more by reading that subject. But don't go to the level of mental depression. So try to read. The more important is reading is important, knowing the knowledge, getting the knowledge and acquiring the knowledge. But more important is sleeping hour. Sleeping hour for 10 to 19 year group like you adolescents, you require 8 hours. So go to bed by 10 p.m. and get up by 6 a.m. 8 hours good sleep. So don't go and check yourselves. More important nowadays people are addicted to, I can say addicted to, even from the age of 1 year, 2 year old boy, girl, they are more accustomed to, habituated to, I can say addicted to cells, cyber, all this. And sometimes the policy they say like we should not give a cell or up to age of 8 years. But you are all the people to utilize the cells. But maintain time, only half an hour you check the fun things, knowledge, but not other things. Should not go other things, YouTubes and all. So these are all bad things we can get and unnecessarily we will become bad. So try to confine to minimum half an hour for knowing subject online sometimes or for fun things sometimes, but not for night times especially. It will damage your eyes, it will damage your brain, it will produce some cancers, brain tumors. So that's why better not to addicted to cell. So only to know something knowledge from online you may. Otherwise it is better. And same thing, there is a lot of hearing, we are hearing from TV channels and all, cyber crimes. I don't think you are not accustomed to that. I hope you are very much disciplined under your principalship and your teachers' mentors. So again I can say one more thing in the girls and boys, there is a lot of smoking habits. Not in your school, it may be something like smoking is very much tobacco use. That is also addiction. Once we start doing, it will be addiction. Like that alcohol use. So many times we are reading papers, so much of crores of rupees of drugs. And so alcohol, cocaine, all these drugs are very, very, very bad in giving very bad health. And accustomed once means we will not concentrate on our studies, we will be very much badly going to sexual abuses, then crimes. So all these you should avoid. So don't go to unnecessarily either smoking habits or alcohol or cocaine drugs or all these drugs you should be away from. Even somebody forces you, you should not. Very, very important.
Dr. Kodey Prabha Devi madam. She is a very, very busy doctor. I tell you children. She is an eminent doctor. There is no exaggeration I feel if I give first place to her in Vijayawada. So far the gynecology treatment is concerned. And madam, can I know your age?
70.
She is 70-year-old doctor. I told you yesterday, she is not even look like 50-year-old lady. Okay. She has given excellent suggestions if you are there to receive it. She has not left a single point. What the students have to do during the childhood student age. Do's and don'ts very clearly she has tried to explain us. Okay. And madam, this Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati, it is handmade, it is given the art given by our art teacher, Dr. Ramakrishna. He is an international awardee, Guinness Records, yes, and he is a good writer also. He is going to present a book written by him.